And welcome back. I'm Kim Bailey and this is Floral Art Online, and it's the Supermarket Bunch of Flowers series for Christmas. So this container we made in a previous episode, and for those of you who haven't seen that one, the link will be down below. There's also a link to where it was made for a different sort of celebration, not for Christmas at all. So it's basically paper doilies around a plastic, it's a yogurt container, so recycling somewhat. Got little glass vials in some of the cones, some of them are empty. And what we're going to do with the design today is look at how we can almost make it a gift. So particularly if you're giving a bottle of wine, so that's what we're using, or if you've been given a bottle of wine and you'd like to showcase that in terms of a display on your table or somewhere in your house. So if you were using it as a gift where the bottle of wine was part of the gift, we'll do that bit first, and then we'll show you how you can do it if the wine bottle was empty for whatever reason. I don't mind. So first of all, we've got water in the little vials. We'll put in our individual flowers into those. I've cut them down to the right height. They just sit in the vials there nicely around the outside. They don't have to be evenly spaced, you know, sometimes a little bit of mixing and matching makes it more interesting for people to look at. So that's the first part of the design, just putting those 6 individual flowers in, remembering that these all came from one bunch, and we're actually going to use 3 stems in this final design. So this bunch of flowers allowed me to do 4 designs, and the previous 4 videos were using one single bunch as well. So you can see how far those particular bunches of flowers can go if you're a little bit judicious about not using the whole bunch in one design, but mixing and matching with the other things that you might have around the house to make it festive as well. So into these empty spaces we can put these are the jingle bells. So they just get placed in. You can glue them in, obviously, if you're worried about it moving it around. You can, I've lost one, never mind. You can put them onto the satay sticks, the bamboo skewers, for a little bit more stability in the placements. So what are we going to do? We've lost a Christmas bell. No idea where that's gone. Yes, I do. I dropped it when I was walking over here. We've still got one empty one there. We could put another flower in there, or we could use what I used in one of the previous designs, which was the cake toppers. So here we've got reindeer, Santa, trees and presents, and I think we might use the Santa one. He might look a bit festive in there. So they're on skewers. He can just be placed because he'll just sit in there nicely to add a bit of festivity to the design itself. So then what we need to do is place our wine bottle. We're going to do this as the gifting one first of all. So we'll put the wine bottle in. You've got to make sure that obviously this container is going to fit your wine bottle. So we put the wine bottle in, it sits in there nice and comfortably, and then we just want some sort of decoration. I should have the lid on it, but this one is obviously empty, it's got water in it. Don't know how that happened, but imagine that the lid is on, and so you've got your wine bottle in this lovely little gift area. What I'm just going to suggest is that you add a couple of other baubles. What it does is bring the design, bring what you've got here up into, so it completes the design, it completes the package. You could have the baubles, the bells rather, wrapped around there, so that, but I've gone with the baubles just because I've got plenty. So those two. Now this one's got a little bit of wire on it, just any sort of pliable wire, because I've taken the hanger off, as we have been doing. Water in here, attach this around the edge of the wine bottle. Right. Attach it to the hanger for safety's sake. it's just, you could wrap the wire around the neck of the bottle, or you can wrap it around these hangers just to give it stability. This will allow me to adjust it a little bit, because the wire will work with those hangers. So I've just wrapped the wire around the string that's on the hanger. So this has got water in it, and we're just going to put a single flower placement in there to bring the flowers up into the top of the design. And that's it, basically. If you were giving the wine bottle away, nice bit of festive cheer. You could add some extra baubles. We've got these ones that are on the skewers already. So hot melt glue into the top of the skewer. I do think that makes it look a little bit more exciting and festive. So, fairly simple, straightforward design if you've got a full bottle that you're gifting, and a few little flowers around it. So, a very nice way of celebrating Christmas. If you had emptied the bottle, as I have, what you can do is fill it with water and then put some more flowers into the top of it. So we'll do that now. I've got 3 stems left. I almost don't need 3 stems, but we'll put them in just to finish off the bunches. We'll take that one off. What we could do with this one is it's a little bit damaged. You might be able to see that it's a little bit damaged on the edge there, so I'm going to put that up against the bottle, so we're still using it, not going to toss it away. It's going to sit at the top of the bottle. This one is just the single, because I use most of the other parts of this particular one. So what we're looking for in these placements is just that it fills out the container. We've got some height with it because of the way that the bottle comes out, so we're seeing a bit more of what we would call a container. So we want to ensure that our eyes see that there's balance in the design. Taking these lower ones off because they'll stop the stem from going down as far into the bottle as I would like. And I might or might not use those. So once again, we've got leftovers. We don't want all of the flowers to be at the one height, which is why I'm happy with that one there. I might use one of these other ones. Around the top here. And I'm actually going to say that it doesn't need any more, because if I've got one more stem from the bunch, and that's just going to be too many, I think. But you might like to have that extra one in there. I'm not going to use it. I do have these 2 little ones that I don't want to feel left out, so I'll put them as additional ones in these ones that are around the outside. I could in fact do that with all of the flowers that are left on that other stem, is actually fill out and I'll do that so you can see what it looks like rather than just babble on. Because what it gives us is a nice little ring around the outside of the vase. And you can just see the bells through it, so they're peeking through without being too obvious. But remember, in these designs, it's all about having a bit of a play. And seeing what looks right, what looks balanced to your eyes is going to look good for everybody else. I have to say, I'm pretty happy with this one. Looking good. The extra flowers have filled it out nicely around the edge. I hope you feel the same way. So there we have our repurposed wine bottle. And you can see how just adding those extra flowers into each of those outside ones has given us a nice ring around there, which is almost a reflection of the top of the design. That's our repurposed wine bottle for a lovely contemporary setting for Christmas. I'm Kim Bailey, this is Floral Art Online, and we're using one supermarket bunch of flowers for Christmas designs.